3 rental property opportunities here in the Sarasota market. I'm going to cover those in today's video, the 3 properties and why. So please stay tuned. All right, if you're looking for a cash flow property in Sarasota or one of the islands in the local market, I wanted to cover 3 opportunities that I would consider if I were looking to purchase a cash flow property today. So one of them is on Longboat Key. It's a condo. The second one is a condo on the mainland. And the third is a single family home. So apropos, I'm actually sitting in my rental property that I bought last year, and it's doing quite well for cash flow. And I've got some experience with buying and investing in rental property. I had some other rental properties in the past before the Great Recession, had some bad experiences, had some wonderful experiences. And of course, I've been in the business a very long time. And so I hope that you would look to me to ask any questions that you might have about cash flow properties. So I've got my dogs running around here too. And so you'll see them or hear them, and they might jump on the couch at some point. So the first one is if you're looking for island properties, it's really a challenge to cash flow for a number of reasons. So number one being the cost factor. So unless you're paying cash, you're going to have to still outweigh or weigh the HOA dues. So they've gone up quite a bit since Surfside and because of the insurance impacts to our local area. But the first one I want to cover is actually a listing that I own or have. I have it on the market. It's in Silver Sands. It's 5841 Gulf of Mexico Drive, unit 246. It is a 1-bedroom, 1-bath. Now, I normally wouldn't recommend 1-bedrooms if you have the choice, but this one has an incredible amount of upside potential. It is on the beach side. Silver Sands allows for a 3-night rental minimum, which is unheard of. Most of the condos on the islands are like monthly, some are 3-month minimum, some have rules stipulating you have to own it for a certain period and things like that. But Silver Sands is awesome because they also have on-site rental management, and you can use the on-site rental management, or you don't have to. You can use your own company. There's a number of companies that I can recommend to you, and you can go VRBO and Airbnb or a number of other resources that you want to use. So in other words, many of the properties that have on-site rental management will only let you use their on-site management. At Silver Sands, you can use the on-site management and promote it on your own. And the reason I point that out is because, again, many of them don't allow that. But number two, it will help you garner a higher gross rental income. So that is huge. It's a huge factor when considering buying a cash flow property. The third factor with Silver Sands in particular, it's listed for what do we have it at? $649.9. Listed for just under $650. It's one of the lowest priced properties on the island, particularly with that high turnover rental capability. But the third reason is you can renovate the property and garner even a higher gross rental income with the property. So there's a lot of creative things that you can do with this one in particular. Silver Sands, directly on the beach, nicely situated on the quiet side of Longboat Key. And I think that you'll want to consider Silver Sands for a cash flow rental property. Number 2 on our list is, generally speaking, I would say a condo on the mainland. I would go for Park Ridge. Park Ridge is located on the north side of the University Parkway area, north side of Sarasota, I should say. And what I love about Park Ridge, well, first of all, I used to own a condo in Park Ridge, so I'm very much tied to that community. So I put my money where my mouth is. It's nicely situated near UTC Mall and all those amenities there, but it allows 1 month minimum 3 times per year. So what that means is you could put a seasonal renter in there, or you could do annual. So there's some flexibility with that, which I really like. I really like the flexibility. The HOA dues are really not bad. It's gated. There's a pool, and there's no fitness, but it's the HOA fees are really not too bad. And you've got some nice size units in there. One I think is 385 for the list price. So anywhere like between under 400 range, which is certainly more affordable. And so that's definitely the second option I would highly recommend. If I were to buy another property like this, I would do it in a heartbeat. So this property where I'm sitting at is in Southgate, and Southgate is a very desirable area. It's not far from the beaches. It's not far from downtown. From this particular location here on Leafy Lane, I can actually walk, or my tenants can walk to some amenities. Now, they're not fancy, but you can walk to a liquor store, you can walk to several restaurants. I mean, they're good restaurants too. There's actually Solorzano's Pizza, which is really authentic Italian, great pizza, and other amenities like barbershop. There's a hair salon, nail salon, things like that. But Southgate in general is amazing. So there's one listed, and the thing that I would look for personally if I were buying in Southgate would be a 2-bedroom, 2-bath at least with a pool. So the pool is going to help get more renters during the summertime, which I've had no problem renting this particular property during the summertime. And they're generally concrete block construction. They're not in an HOA. Most of them, I think, in Southgate are 1 month minimum, but with a 1 month minimum, you tend to get a much higher quality renter. Now, it doesn't mean that you're always going to land, the jackpot of renters, but I will say, generally speaking, there's a higher quality clientele base. I don't think any are in a flood zone, although I would steer away, if I could, steer away from a flood zone. And that'll help with your costs and insurance and all that stuff. So I think that was about it. Those are the top 3. So from Longboat Key condo, mainland condo or townhome, and then mainland single family home, each of those properties would be under $700,000. So the first one in Silver Sands at $649,900. The second one under $400,000, the one for $385,000. And then last but not least, Southgate has definitely gone up in value. So I hope you found this to be helpful. I would love to be a resource for you if you have that need, or maybe you know someone who wants to look at buying a cash flow properties. Of course, cash flow is dependent upon if you have a mortgage, how much you put down for the mortgage. I can help you with all that because I've got experience directly with just my personal properties, as well as, of course, numerous clients over the years. But anyway, I hope you found that helpful. I hope the year is off to a great start for you guys. I love all your comments and your likes and your subscribes. I'm so excited to grow the channel this year, and I wouldn't have the channel unless you were watching. So thank you for watching, sharing, subscribing. Reach out to me anytime. Call me 941-544-7690.